Hello beauties, it is Monday mindfulness or mindset or both. I want to talk to you about a theme that is coming up again and again and again. For me, certainly I've lived it, stepped through it, come out the other side and gone back into the middle of it again over and over. That theme is the theme of hiding, of keeping myself small, of not living my truth, of not being brave enough to actually even ask for what it is that I need. Now, the reason it's come up today because I shared a beautiful conversation at the end of a really long other conversation with a dear woman who is phenomenal. In every aspect, you would look at this gorgeous woman and believe that she had it all, that she had it all figured out, that she carried everything beautifully. She was competent and clear and an amazing leader and advocator and gosh, the beautiful life. The truth is we hide. We hide in the busy. We hide because we fear the shame. We fear if we are to voice the constriction, the overwhelm, the lost sense of who we were, the unknown sense of who we are now, the struggle that we hold about who we may become. So we bury it. We bury it in the busyness. We bury it in all the prioritizing of other, and we move through the world other first, and we are constantly put at the bottom of the list because it's hard, and because we fear it, and because we feel like we're alone and nobody talks about this stuff. And we compare ourselves way too often to the other woman that we see managing, to the other woman that we see having what we dream that we might just manage. And I want to say to you, you're not alone. You're not the one, the only one who feels shame, who feels the hard, who's not brave enough to voice it, the stuffing it down, the avoiding it, the running away. It's normal, so normal. Particularly women have been conditioned to carry the invisible loads, to keep them invisible, and to question our own ability, capability, sanity, enoughness, goodness, until the load becomes so heavy that we just can't breathe anymore, that we want to run fast and far. I did it, and having walked that journey, having questioned and shoving and numbing and running, I finally decided to face my shame. But it's only in the last little while that I've managed to unpack and see it for what it was, which was the invisible conditioning, the systematic power, the oppression. So that not only do we believe we're not worthy, We believe we're alone. We believe it's just there's something wrong with us, that we can't carry it. We don't question the consensus. We don't question the systems that were never meant to support women or non-binary identifying people. These systems are set for those who sit in the spaces of power. And that is not to say that men or those in the powerful positions have any idea either. We swallow this conditioning, we swallow this context without question. So I want you to know that breakdown, although may it lead you to breakthrough, is not always the way that is needed in order for us to grow. What we need is connection. What we need is a willingness to talk about this stuff, to have courage, to show up for ourselves, and to break the cycles of conditioning and oppression. But first, we need to understand what those might look like. And that's why I'm so passionate about building a space of discussion, a space of connection, a space of courage and bravery. This is not about shaming or criticizing or comparing or competing. Every one of us has a journey. Every one of us holds huge capacity. And every one of us, if not yet, will experience this crisis of identity, this questioning of role. When the load gets heavy, I want you to share it, sister. Put it down. Put it down and share it. Don't hide. Don't numb. Don't reject. Don't run. That only goes to isolate us further, to keep us limited, to keep us in the structure. So if you need an ear, you need a hand, that's what this space is here for. I've been there. I've stood there. I broke down. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way, and you don't have to do it alone. So I'm asking you if you would be willing to post one thing, one hard thing that you've experienced in any of your roles currently or past, that would be something that I could speak to for you. If I can't, you know what? I'm going to show up and I'm going to say, I don't know about this. Does anyone else? You know? But I'd love to talk to some of those challenges, to speak and bring a light and open a discussion, begin the conversation. You don't have to run. You don't have to numb. You don't have to avoid. You don't have to carry the burden of shame or blame. You don't have to compete and compare. Because together we are stronger. Together we can shatter the old conditioning. We can see it. We can have choice. We can be brave and courageous and carry each other. So if you're willing, please comment something below. Comment something that worries or wakes you, or you're curious about, or your question. I'd love to address some of those here. Let's begin the conversation together, because you know what? You don't have to do it alone. My heart to yours, sisters, on this Mindful Monday. Let's switch up the mindset.